Hey guys, it's Karina, and I want to talk to you guys about the Born in Blood Chronicles slash series by Cora Reilly. Now, the first thing is I would say is I actually discovered her books this year, and I'm surprisingly thrilled by her storytelling in this series. It's very beautiful yet dangerous because it's the mafia, of course. But I love the danger mixed with the romance of the couples. So, and I've read all 4 books, but I'm currently next week I'm going to read Bound by Vengeance. So, and then I also got her newest book, which is Bound by the Past. So, I'm very excited that I got that. So, and yeah. So, the first book and my favorite one in this series so far is Bound by Duty. It's about Valentina, who is forced to get remarried again to the head of the Chicago outfit, Dante, who is very reluctant, but he does agree to marry her for power reasons and the fact that his parents are pressuring him to finally get an heir to the mafia world or whatever. So basically, Dante and Valentina get married, and at first he's very cold to her. I mean, he's cold to her throughout the book, but towards the end of the book, he starts to warm up towards her. And I like her dynamic with him. And I also love the fact that he lets her work, which in the mafia world that is displayed in this book is the women aren't allowed to work, but they're allowed to make babies and have these fancy outfits and whatever else. But I enjoyed their relationship the most out of this series so far. So, yeah. That's the reason why I can't wait to read the newest one, which I got this week, which is Bound by the Past. And I think, because apparently by the author, this is the last book in this series, so you know this book is going to be hot and dangerous, and I'm pretty scared that we'll lose a couple of favorite characters in the book, and that's why I'm kind of nervous but yet excited to read the book. But anyway, the next book in the series that I've read is Bound by Hatred. And by the way, I'm sorry it's kind of dark in here and kind of gloomy, but I can't control that. But anyway, Bound by Hatred is about Arya's second youngest sister, Gianna. Now, she's the tough, doesn't give a crap type of heroine. So the description in the book is the fact that she decides she doesn't want to be in the mafia world anymore. So her and her sister Aria come up with a plan for her to leave, escape from her betrothed, which is Luca's brother Matteo. And Matteo really doesn't like her, but he loves her toughness, doesn't give a shit kind of person. So in that way they're equals, but I just really didn't like the fact that she put her sister Aria's relationship with her husband on the line for her. I mean, I understood it, but I didn't like it. And in the end, she comes back and decides she really loves Matteo. I just didn't like the fact when she finally did come around to loving Matteo. After all the stuff she has done to get away from him, now you want to be crawling back to him, say how much you love him, and yet you just really can't resist having sex with him. So in a way, I thought she came back strictly for the sexual aspect, not actually loving Matteo. Okay? So that's the second, that's the third one in the book. I physically don't have Bound by Honor, which is the first book in the series. Aria and Luca's story. Still debating on getting their follow-up story, Bound by Love, but I'm still skeptical about that one. But I might end up reading that one in the near future. I thought Bound by Hatred was okay. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but yeah, and the fact when Aria helped Gianna escaped from Matteo, I really thought Luca was going to go batshit crazy on her. Not the fact that he'll be physically violent with her, but he will be extremely upset. Because the fact is, legally, she's tied to Matteo. To Luca. And yet, she liberally disobeyed him by helping her sister, which she knew she was in a little tough situation. The fourth book in the series is Bound by Temptation. This one is about the youngest sister, Liliana, who has a massive crush on Luca's protection detail person, Romeo. And I knew just by their story it was going to get a lot more complicated, because you have to not only you have to because in the first book Liliana was very flirtatious towards Mateo. I mean, towards Romeo and her dad's bodyguards. So she's kind of giving the guides a misconception that she's easy in a way. So I didn't like that part of the book, that she was super flirtatious, knowing that that could get her into some big problems. And the fact that Romeo is like the her sister's protection detail. So anyway, she can't she can't marry Romeo because of because he is a soldier, and in the mafia world she's only allowed to marry someone who is in the mafia world. And the fact that although Romeo is a part of the mafia world, but he's not like Luca or Romeo or Mateo. Sorry, I'm kind of mixing the men characters. It's kind of hard to keep up between the books, and I thought it was very strange that the author went with like Gianna, Aria, and Liliana, like all the Annas was kind of getting to me by reading these books. But the fact that this is a very forbidden story, because Romeo is like the security aspect of the mafia, and Gianna's like the princess of the mafia in a way. And just by her decisions alone, she gets her and Mateo, her and Romeo in trouble, and it kind of backfires on her a little bit, because Romeo's constantly saying, we can't do this, we're not supposed to do this because of my profession and the fact that I protect your sister, and I can't lose my job over what we're doing right now. And the fact that he puts that aside for her was sweet, but towards the end I was really getting terrified that Luca, who is his boss and friend, that because of what Luca is supposed to do with guys like him, which is if Romeo doesn't follow his orders, or doesn't follow his orders, then all hell will break loose. And towards the fourth book, all hell's gonna break loose by the time we get to the sixth book. And the last book, which I also have, but I haven't read it yet, you know there's going to be some major stuff going on. And that's what I'm scared yet excited to find out. Because I don't want to lose major characters. So, overall, I will give this series a very high 4.5 stars. I haven't read a book yet in this series that really knocked my socks off, but Valentina's book really got to me because I just feel like Gianna and Liliana was like a little too childish for me and a little irritating in my opinion. But overall, I love the series, and I hope you kind of like this author. And if you haven't read her Born in Blood series, I think you guys should check it out, because I believe it's worth the read, definitely. And sorry that this video is kind of long. Okay, bye.